Alright, so I want to show you the three different versions here of the Millenium Falcon. So start with just the standard version. These have pretty much the same features from one version to the next. They all have an opening cockpit, which will have, you can put a figure in it. They have the satellite dish here that rotates around. They also have a gunner cabin here. You can put a figure in that. Then they have this hatch here opens on the back, and then they also have another hatch that opens underneath here where you could store cargo. From a landing gear perspective, they all have the same three different types of landing gear. They've got the two push in here, the one you can fold back, and then there's the rotating gun on the bottom. On two of the versions, on the standard version and on the classic battles version, there is a missile that fires, and the button is right here below the landing gear. So we'll go ahead and fire this guy out. And this is a square shape or a plus shaped missile that comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that thing back in there. So one of the differences between this standard release and the classic battle version that comes with the TIE Interceptor. So these have, again, all of the same exact features it just shows you. There is a difference in the paint scheme. So you can see with the one here on the right side, this is the one from the classic battles, there is not as much damage on it. So you can see the damage here on the standard version versus the classic battles version. Both of them have the same missile in it, and both of them have the same landing gear on the bottom and the same button. They too come with two different figures, so the standard version comes with the Han Solo and Chewbacca. The classic battles version comes with a Lando, the only version of Lando that was released. And then it also comes with the Endor Trooper. So this guy will come with this. Both of these come with black stands, no paint on them. And then you have the HASBRO version, which was the re-release version. This one, obviously, you can see huge difference here. Lots of weathering on this relative to the original version. There is no missile function on it. And then there are no figures that come with this one as well. So you can see lots of wear here on the bottom. It still has the little hole there for where that missile portion could be, but it's obviously not in there. Lots of wear, same landing gear. So one of the really cool features I'll show you actually with this standard version, which was shown to me by a buddy, is you can actually take this thing apart. So if you just unscrew this, and the one thing that's important about this is that this is actually glued together on the front. So it's got a couple screws in here that you have to remove. And so I won't be able to take this thing all the way apart because I don't want to break it. But on one of the versions I did, I think on the HASBRO version, I did pull the thing all the way apart. It did break the one little piece that holds the front together, but it doesn't really matter. It's screwed back together without any problem. But underneath where the satellite dish is, here on the side, I'll go ahead and try to pull this thing apart. There is actually a little inscription. Let's see if we can end up seeing it in there. Right underneath the dish. So right in there. I've got a picture of this on one of the on here as well, but it's a signature by the gentleman that designed this, and then just a quick little note that says that you know, this is for his kids and all the Star Wars fans out there. It's a really cool thing. Would have never known it had my buddy ever pointed it out to me. But that's basically how you could take the Millenium Falcon apart if you wanted to. Is it just comes apart like that. Again, it is stuck. There's two pieces that are inside here that are glued together, that glue the two pieces together. You can pry it apart if you want. You should still be able to attach it back together again without any problems, because they just, you know, basically sit back together like this, and you screw it together and there's no problems. But if you wanted to be brave enough and try to pull the thing apart, you can go ahead and do it and see the inscription. It's pretty cool. But that is your Millenium Falcon.